Hey, goodbye, everybody. How's it going today? It's Track Rider Trucking LLC. Curtis speaking here, and just wanted to touch base, give you guys an update of what's happened the past couple of days. Last time we talked, I was getting ready to do my final drop in Oklahoma City. I had a 3-drop load. I had picked this load up at the yard. It was a It was going to 3 different locations in Texas, 2 of them in Texas and 1 in Oklahoma City, and that was my 90. But anyway, we went ahead and I got that taken care of, and then of course I went ahead and got that done, and went ahead and got me a washout on the truck, and then went on back over to where I spent the night at Petro there in Oklahoma City, waiting on a proposed load, and didn't get one. Thought I'd get one prior to leaving, but I didn't. So anyway, got there, was able to go in and have some breakfast, and come back out and waited for about 3 hours, and finally got a proposed load. This load was Elk City, Oklahoma, at the Bar S facility, and it was supposed to be a drop and hook, and then I'm heading to Plant City, Florida. Pretty decent load, good deal. I think of hot dogs and I think bacon or something, I believe. Anyway, thought it was going to be a good cut and dry thing. Went and topped off the reefer and headed off over there. It was about an hour and a half drive. Got in there, and of course I had till midnight to get there, but I went ahead and showed up early because it was live. It was a drop and hook. I figured I'd get out there and get back on the highway, head back east, and hopefully get a little bit either Oklahoma City a little further before I took a 10-hour break. Well, that doesn't happen, so as normal, I still ain't figured out why these people can't get their act together and figure out what they're actually going to do. But anyway, got there, Bar S, and said, well, you're not a live, you're a live load now. There's no trailers available, so we need you to go and stage yourself in the yard and staging area, and they'll call you when they're ready. Okay, fine. I only had like 5 hours left on my clock anyway, and that was my 14. So got over there and sat and waited and waited and waited and waited, and then the clock is steadily running, on the 14. And then I just got tired. I had about an hour left, and I called them and I said, look, I said, what's the status of the load? I said, I've been sitting here for almost 6.5 hours. I need to know what's going on because my clock's ready to drop out and I'm not going to be able to move my truck. She said, well, they're supposedly got the last pick, and then they're going to call you. So 10 minutes later, I get the call, go ahead and dock in. So I crept over there, got docked in. They loaded me, everything was, and my clock was gone. So they won't allow us to stay there, so on property. So anyway, I was going to have to leave. So of course, I had to PC out of there to a safe haven, which there's nothing available in the area anyway. And what was available is just 10 o'clock. 10:30 at night was packed. So, but they have a little road outside the road. You make a right when you go out, like you're going back to the highway, but there's a little road to the left called Commerce Boulevard, and it's kind of like an L-shaped road, and you're allowed to park on that road because it looks like it's been abandoned. What other words, it was probably built for a subdivision, but the subdivision never got built. So got over there, wheeled in there, parked, went ahead and did a 10-hour, which I didn't want to do. Since this was a live load, I was hoping to get down the road, which didn't happen. So I had to sit down and pre-pan everything again. I got up about 4 in the morning, took off, and was able to get just west of Memphis. And I stopped for the night there, my 10-hour break there, and replenished my clock. And then I had to recycle, figure out what I was going to do. And we went ahead and I took off again early in the morning, about 4 o'clock in the morning, and my goal was to get near Tallahassee, Florida, which I'm about 50 miles, I think, from Tallahassee on the west side. I stopped at a TA. My clock was down to about an hour and 26 minutes. So I said, heck with it, let's just go ahead and do a reset. I only got about 346 miles to my 90, and I'm not expected to be there till Monday early morning, 1 a.m. So basically, I'm going to get out of here probably around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, haul butt. And I got about a 6-hour drive. Get down there. I've got a place I'm going to stay down there, just about 19 miles from my 90, and I'm going to go ahead and reset my clock and get another fresh 10. Get that done, and then I'll roll out about midnight and head over there about 19 miles and then start another day. So anyway, but the problem is I just don't understand why this always happens. It just seems like it's continuous all the time. And I contacted the night FM, which was no help at all. In fact, she wanted me to leave and come back in the morning to pick the load up. And I said, read the trip. You cannot, that's a service failure after 23:59. So I just blew her off, and I said, well, I'll just have to figure it out myself, and I did, no problem. So anyway, there's another issue with these guys. Apparently under contract, we don't get detention. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. You wasted 7 hours of my time. Somebody's gonna pay me for that. So apparently someone read my mind, and I looked on the trip, and they've added on $162 of detention, which I still think should be more, but I won't go into that. That's a whole different, that's something between me and my FM. But anyway, but we're good to go. I'm in Tallahassee, Florida right now. I made it on time, 560 miles. I ran a little bit over. I had an hour and 26 minutes left on my clock, and I went ahead and pulled in here, which was my plan anyway. So looks everything's going to be okay. I'll leave out early in the morning, head out towards Plant City, Florida, where I've got to drop this at a Save-A-Lot, and we'll see what else is coming up. But do a shout out, Black Pete. Thanks for subscribing to me. He's a new subscriber. I picked up a couple of more. I think I'm up to 194, but I've never seen who it was. I can't tell. Nobody's really posted anything to say, hey, I'm a new subscriber. But anyway, you people that just subscribed here yesterday or day before, thank you. Appreciate that. Continue to write those comments, everybody. Dan Wiley, I forgot to mention you the other day. Buddy, I'm sorry I missed you. I know you live in Texas, man, but it just depends on where they send me at, I got a friend right down here I worked with, Steve Ola, a buddy of mine. He lives down here in Mobile, or down here Gulf Shores, or down in that area. And I went right by there, and I couldn't stop because I had a plan of attack I had to make. So maybe one of these days I'll get to Texas. My daughter lives down in Divine, just south of San Antonio. She's trying to get her mother and myself moved down there, if we'll ever leave. I don't know if I can ever get my wife to leave the state of Missouri, but we'll get at it. But Dan, hey, shout out to you, brother. Thank you. Keep making them comments, man. I appreciate that. And all the other comments back. Hey, Skeletor, I'll be safe out there, brother. You bet. You too as well. Everybody, Rob, Rod, all you guys, man. Thank you guys all the time. You guys always comment or say something on there. Of course, shout out to No Hippie Trucking and Transportation, No Lyle. Good comment, man. Thanks for hooking up with me. Thanks for checking in on me and everything. Guys, it's good to have friends out there. And Mike, hey, don't forget Mike now. Hey, my man out there, thank you for backing up on that comment. Hey, man, it is what it is. I'm trying to correct it. I tell you, buddy, I'll keep it going, buddy. But we'll see. And I hope that was helpful to you on the breakdown of the time I have. Trying to get the recap set up. Right now, this next week's going to be a trip. I don't know if that's going to work. Right now, I'm at 36:10, 36 hours left, and I got some bad times coming up. I mean, right off the bat, I got a 6 hour coming up on Monday night. Then it goes to 38 minutes, and then I get a 2 minute, a 5 minute, and then I believe it's a 4 or 5 hours, a 5 hour, 2 hour, a 4 hour, and then I jump up to 8 hours, and this one will carry over to 9 hours. But that's at the tail end of the 7 days. So I got to play the cards right, guys. I mean, tomorrow I'm hoping to get in there and have 30 hours left on my 70, and then I'll play it by ear. But from then, because Monday night I'll get another 6 hours, so I'm going to have to be really cautious about my hours there after Monday. But for now, I don't worry about it. But anyway, we're doing good. Eagle 1 is still going strong, and ain't no issues for now. Knock on wood, if I can find some. But we're cruising down the road. So we're in Florida. Yes, I know it's shitty loads out of Florida, but if I can get a small one and out of here, just to get me somewhere so I can add it onto this settlement. Because of course, like I told you guys, that job I finished up on on the 27th, or yeah, the 27th. Of course, that was a Thursday, but my fleet manager was able to get it on my settlement this past week, and thank God he did. But I was still $200 in the hole with Prime, so it is what it is. When you break down, you expect that to happen. You know, when the truck breaks down, you pay for it, basically. You know, that's sad, but true. But anyway, we'll make it. We'll get it figured out. Hopefully get this one in, and hopefully get me one more slide in there. I mean, this one was pretty good paying load. So maybe I'll get a good one and pop it over $3,000, and we'll go from there. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to touch base and let you know I'm still out here kicking it. Sorry, got choked up there. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys soon, all right? So y'all be safe, take care of yourselves, COVID strong. Always remember, we keep driving and striving for perfection. Y'all be safe now. We'll talk later. Bye.